Hello, today I want to talk about the female gaze, but before that, perhaps we should first understand the male gaze.
And then he undressed me with his eyes. Then he had his way with me, with his eyes.
Ugh, the male gaze.
The idea of the male gaze originated in theory in one of Lauren Mulvey's essays. Her theory was that women in media most often get depicted through a masculine heterosexual perspective, and because of the male gaze, women get objectified and sexualized. Actually, even if you never heard of the male gaze before, you've certainly seen it play out on your TV screen. In Transformers, Megan Fox fixes a car by leaning toward its engine. The entire time, the camera emphasizes Fox's bare stomach as she leans over. When she turns and walks away, the camera continues to linger on her frame, like a boy checking out his crush. Nothing about the scene is meant to convey how intelligent or knowledgeable she is about cars, but it does show why the male protagonist and the audiences should be infatuated with her. Not to mention these movie posters and advertisements all filled with the male gaze. So if the male gaze objectifies and sexualizes women, does the female gaze do the same to men? What's the real female gaze?
Regardez. Si vous me regardez, qui je regarde moi?
The male gaze creates a power imbalance. It supports a patriarchal state core, perpetuating women's real-life sexual objectification. So if we make the female gaze like the male gaze, it's just using the male gaze on men. It's not changing the ways of looking, just the subject of look. The female gaze is not as simple as orgasm abs in Magic Mike or watching some attractive male celebrity flex his biceps on camera. The female gaze is often more intimate, raw, and emotional. It always has the basic concept, showing characters, both men and women, as vulnerable and intimate people instead of sexual objects meant to be looked at. The good example is Harley Quinn's transformation in Birds of Prey. When we first meet Margot Robbie's character in the first Suicide Squad, it's all about the male gaze. She wears a t-shirt stamped with Daddy's Little Monster, stripped down in front of the audience and even dons childlike pigtails. In Birds of Prey, directed by Cassie Yan, Harley still has all the same sass and signature aesthetic, but her character and appearance no longer pander to the male gaze. She wears a loose-fitting t-shirt with her own name, higher subtle pigtails, and the camera stays focused on her story instead of her ass. Actually, the female gaze is still new and developing. There is not much information about it. This concept is still being explored and defined by the people who are now beginning to study and experiment with it. And some female directors thought there is no female gaze. Natasha Brea said, "I think every cinematographer has their own unique gaze, technical skills, and style, regardless of their gender, and reducing scenes to two types of gaze doesn't make much sense to me." And Ashley Corner said, "Believing in the female gaze means I believe in the male gaze, and I hope we are moving towards a world not bound to gender binaries." When we bring up the female gaze, we should be more concerned with how women tell their own stories and express their feelings more freely in a world dominated by the male perspective.
I just feel like women, they have minds and they have souls as well as just hearts, and they've got ambition and they've got talent as well as just beauty. And I'm so sick of people saying that love is just all a woman is fit for. I'm so sick of it. But I'm so lonely.
The gaze can be predatory, but it can also be emotional and respectful. I'd like to end this video with this quote from John Churchill. "Maybe the female gaze will raise the consciousness of us all, leading to a fuller understanding of what it means to be female in a patriarchy society. I look forward to seeing what we can do." That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.